Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I am Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a product review and demo kind of a thing to share with you. It's an interesting kind of gimmicky product beauty tool that I thought would be fun to try out with you guys. I kind of think it would be fun to start a new series. I mean, I don't know how often I would do this, or I have two products I actually did to use today, so I will have two for you, but I don't know how many I will do in the future or how often. But anyways, I think it would be fun to start a new kind of series called Gimmicky or Great, where I try products that might seem a little bit gimmicky and see if they really are just a gimmick or if they're actually pretty great. So I thought that'd be a fun idea, and I thought that was kind of a cute name that just came to me. I don't know if I've seen anybody else do anything like that with that title. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it just kind of went gimmicky or great. So today's item, beauty tool, is the stamp crease. I don't know if many of you have seen this roaming around Facebook or possibly Instagram, but I saw it floating around Facebook, and I thought, that is an interesting product. I was instantly intrigued because if that works, because of the video footage of it, the way they use it, just put it on and it turns out like this perfect, beautiful cut crease, and the video made it look so easy and so beautiful. I was like, I'm like super curious about this. And if it really works, I thought like this is a brilliant idea. This is a great idea. Definitely sounds gimmicky, but also sounds really great too. So I was really curious to try it. I purchased mine. I have here on my phone to remember. It's from, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Vaxili, V-A-X-I-L-I. It's where I purchased it, and I literally just saw the ad on Facebook and followed the link in the ad. So sometimes that's kind of scary. I don't know if I would recommend people do that, but that's what I did. But anyways, so that's where I ordered it from. I'll put the link in the description box in case anybody is curious. I know you can purchase it other places. I've seen other people purchase it other places for like around $20, but when I went to this place, it was only $16.62. Shipping was $164, so my total was $18.26. It took, I think, about 2, maybe 3 weeks. I ordered this a couple days before I went to IMATS. I left for IMATS on the 11th, and I got it a little bit after I got home. So I can't remember if it was like quite a week after or like 3 or 4 days after I got home. So about, I'm gonna say 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. So that's how long it took to ship to me. So it took a long time to ship. It came packaged in this box where it says Hudai Beauty or something like that, and I have, before filming this video, used it a few times, so I kind of have a feel for it and all that stuff. I will also say I have some footage I will insert here. This little piece like came off, like came to me like not broken, but like when I would use it, like it just comes off. It's just, it really removes really easily. So I actually took some a hot glue gun to glue mine on, because every time I would try to use it and try to really like wiggle it around to get the stamp on, it would start to come off. I'm like, that's really annoying. So I did use a hot glue gun. I don't know if all of them will do that, but that's something to note if you decide to buy. I think that's all I have to say for this intro. I'm gonna do a demonstration of this. I am wearing, I mean, I already have finished up my makeup, so this is the look it created. This is it, using the stamp crease. But let's go ahead and get into the demo so you guys can see it in action. Okay, so before we fully get started, I am going to go ahead and do the stamp crease on my eyes, my bare eyes, before doing any eyeshadow at all, just so you guys can get an idea of just how high up this goes and kind of get a feel for how it works when you stamp it on. I would recommend doing this if you end up getting this product yourself before you start your eyeshadow too, just so you have a feel for it. I do this, this will be my 3rd, maybe 4th time testing this stamp crease out. And I've done this every single time just to kind of remind myself what it's going to look like, how high it's going to go up, and you know, just get familiar with it before. And also I just used the concealer that I put down and stamped down as my primer for my shadows. So I'm going to do that. I also will say before I get started is that this does stamp like ridiculously high. I have tried it before where I just attempted to, instead of filling in the concealer all fully on the whole stamp, just leaving the bottom part just a little bit open and stamping a little bit lower to get more of a, in my opinion, realistic, not so high above the crease look. And I actually really like the way it looks. But for the sake of really showing you the full effect of what this does, I am going to be stamping this like a normal stamp just so you guys can see what it looks like and how it works. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and start by using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer for my stamp. So, and the way you do it is like this eye will get this side. So when you flip it and turn it, it'll do that side. I usually don't put on concealer on the whole thing, just do it on the side, kind of fading out towards the middle where I'm going to be putting it on my eye, and I'll just do this. This really just gives you a nice practice stamp. Also, what I've been doing also is like wiping right here so you could get a cleaner stamp, because the concealer does go up here, and if you don't wipe it off, that will imprint on your eye and look a little bit more sloppy. So here's what I have so far. Line it up with the inner corner and your lid. And so that's what it looks like. And wow, I feel like this one actually looked a little bit better. Maybe I've been angling it wrong every time. That isn't as dramatic as it's been going on every single time I've been trying it. Maybe I got a really good angle that time, because that's better. Usually it's like up way high. And this is still far above my crease. If you can see, like my natural crease is right here, and so it's going up still quite a bit above my crease, but I'm really liking the way this way looks better. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of take the excess off of this with a little brush, and then I'm going to also blend it into you know, this all over my eyelid, just because like I said, this is going to be my primer. Alright, now I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side, just so we get, like I said, stamp on my primer concealer and just get a feel for how the stamp looks and is going to, you know, apply. This is my practice test run. Again, you're going to wipe off the excess here. Here's what this looks like. And there's what it looks like. I haven't tried it yet where I filled it all the way in to go all the way across my lid, because I just feel like that would be just insane. So I always do kind of like the half cut crease kind of a look. Again, just gonna wipe the excess off here so we're not wasting product, and just blend it all in the rest of my eye. Alright, so I just want to also mention that another reason why I think doing the practice stamp first is a great idea is because it also gives you an idea, if you're not used to the crease going that high, which I'm not, it gives you an idea, like I said, of how high it's going to go up, so you know how high to kind of bring your shadows up. Normally I don't smoke, sometimes I do, but on a typical day I don't always smoke up my shadows super high, like so close to my eyebrows, but this gives me an idea of where I need to smoke them up, so that way when I put that stamp down, it's not like covering all of my shadow, because you still want a little bit above it so it has that kind of definition, you know, of that cut crease. So anyways, with all that being said, I'm actually going to cut out the video right now. I'm going to be putting on my eyeshadows, and I'm going to be doing that for a separate video on a new palette that I got, and it'll be a whole tutorial on its own, so you'll see the whole look and everything as a separate video tutorial, but I will be right back in an instant with shadows on. Alright, and I'm back, as you can see, with the top portion of my eyes done. We're going to go ahead and move on with using the stamp crease. And even though I've already used this a few times and had a little bit of practice, I'm still a little bit nervous about it. But I do feel slightly more confident just because with my practice test that I just did a minute ago, it turned out better than it has every other time I've done it. So I'm feeling a little bit more confident. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just going to go ahead and do the same steps that I did before, applying the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to one side. I'm going to stamp it on. Sometimes I like to just go like with my finger here just to give it like a nice softer blend so it doesn't look so harsh when it's coming off, and then remember to wipe off the excess here. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp it on. I feel a little bit nervous. I feel like we should like say a prayer, make sure this goes on well. And there you have it. So I don't know if this looks better or worse than my practice one, but as you can see, there's a little bit of like some gaps in the concealer, like it's not perfectly laid down. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take a brush. This one is the Morphe E19. It's just like a flat, you can see, type of brush, and I'm just gonna kind of clean up, like fully blend that concealer on, and then carefully sweep along that line, that cut crease it created, to just blend it a little bit better. And I do feel like I want to adjust the crease a little bit. I feel like sometimes it gets on right. It depends on the way, like you really have to get the stamp just so. Sometimes, so it's you might have to adjust it. It does give like a nice crease, but I feel like I just need to, I don't want to mess it up. Anyways, I'm just going to take a little bit more concealer right here on this brush, and then I'm going to kind of fix the line how I kind of feel like it needs to look. It's just like a subtle adjustment, but it's just something I feel like makes it look a little bit better. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the other side and do the exact same thing. I feel like this one gave kind of a nicer cut. I'm still going to take that brush just to kind of blend in that concealer. Alright, so this is what we have here. I don't think it looks terrible, and actually I think maybe since I've had a little bit of practice doing it, I feel like it doesn't look as crazy dramatic as when I first tried it out, or maybe I'm just getting used to that higher cut crease. But as you can see, like when it does make a nice cut crease, because usually someone who wants to do a cut crease is someone who has, you know, hooded lids or has to fake a crease because they don't really have one. But of course the cut crease trend or style has become more popular for like everyone, a variety of eye types and eye shapes and things like that. So people who don't have hooded lids will still do a cut crease look. And you know, that does, the idea of a cut crease is to go above your crease and create a more dramatic crease. And so that is what it's doing for me. As you can see, like where my natural crease is and where the crease is, it's not too much dramatically higher from my actual crease, and so it doesn't look terrible. I'm gonna insert some photos. They're kind of really bad quality because they're from my cell phone, which really, like, the quality is not great, so it really blurs out my skin, but you can kind of see the look and how much more dramatic I felt like that day I did it. It was so high above my crease, it was insane. It felt so dramatic to me. It looked different. So I don't know if I'm just used to it now or I'm just getting a little bit better with it. So yeah, I mean, it works. It does what it's supposed to do. I will say it's not as easy as they make it look, and it definitely takes a little bit of practice to get used to. As you can see, like my eyes are not perfectly identical, which they probably, I guess, wouldn't be. I mean, no one ever can do their eyes perfectly the same. The way you stamp it, you have to kind of be really careful the way you angle it to make sure it's the same on both sides, because sometimes you could kind of slant it this way or slant it this way, and you might get more coverage here or less coverage there, and it might differ on both sides. You might have to adjust it a little. So it's not like gonna give you, you know, exact same perfect results on each eye. It takes a little bit of practice, but yeah, I mean, it does what it says. But anyways, I am going to go ahead and finish up this look again off camera, well on camera, but for a different video, and I will pop back in and share you the completed look and wrap up this video. Also, just want to know, I'm gonna be putting some shimmer over this. I know that people have used this like to stamp on shimmer or stamp on glitter, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually just gonna apply the shimmer color with a brush, because the idea of putting shimmer or shadow on here or even glitter on here and trying to stamp it in the exact same spot as where I have stamped the concealer, it just frightens me. I don't really want to try doing that, because I feel like I'd probably stamp it on and it would get like above where I put the crease, and just, I don't know. So I haven't gone that far. I'm sorry I'm not demoing that in this video, but I hope you still found this helpful. Anyways, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. This is the completed look, and I'm back to wrap up this kind of review to let you guys know if this is gimmicky or great. And actually, I'm on the fence. I kind of want to let you guys decide if this is gimmicky or great. I do think that it's not as easy to use as they make it look in the videos. I mean, what really is? Is there ever anything that's gimmicky that actually is as easy? Usually not. But the result, I mean, I do think it gives a really good result. I think it does do what it says. It literally stamps on a crease for you and makes that pretty easy. I don't think it's a perfect crease. As you saw, I did have to fix a few things, kind of even out a few things, but it wasn't, I don't know if it was more work to do that or more work to try to get my own cut crease if I were gonna do that. I'm not quite sure, but I kind of feel like it is a little bit easier. I don't know. I will say that I do like the result. I think it's really, really pretty. I will also say that it does definitely take some practice and getting used to. As I said, this is my third or fourth time. I literally cannot remember doing it. I feel like I felt a lot better doing it. I felt like I did a better job. Like this look was the best look I've created using this so far. And you know, so I think practice will definitely make you better at it and give you a better look. But again, it's not going to be as like precise or perfect or as easy as they make it look, where they just barely stamp it on and it's like this perfect look, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts of the stamp crease. Have you tried it? Do you want to try it? Was my review helpful to make you decide to want to buy it or not to get it? What do you think about how it looks? Like, do you like this look it created? I'm actually pretty happy with it. I'm not mad at it. It's you know, $18, almost $20 that I don't regret spending. I think it made for a fun video. I'm sure I'll continue to use it since I have it. It did create a beautiful look, so I don't know, maybe I'm not so much on the fence. Maybe I don't think it's super gimmicky. I kind of do feel like it's a great product. I mean, it's pretty smart, but does everybody need it? Probably not. So it might be a gimmick to some people, it might be really great to some people, so you guys can definitely decide. But I'm just gonna go ahead and leave you guys with that. I do hope you guys enjoyed this review and demo, and if you like this look, like I already said, I did film a separate tutorial for that, so that will be up soon. Look forward to that if you are interested to see what palette I use and what other products I use. So anyways, with all that being said, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes.